Hey guys, welcome back or to the channel. If this is your first time here, please consider subscribing by hitting that red button. And if you like what you see, please give us a thumbs up. What are we doing today? 1 second. Hopefully you guys can hear me all right and you're not getting an echo. Exploring with DP, thank you so much for coming. Shrimp Shack, thank you so much for coming. Are you guys hearing an echo or is it just me? For whatever reason, it sounds like I got a bit of an echo happening. Let's see if I can get rid of that echo. Don't know why I'm getting an echo all of a sudden. Are you guys getting it though? Just 1 sec here. All good? Perfect. I don't know why I'm hearing an echo. Normally I don't hear an echo. It's coming from my second camera. So what are we going to do today? So many people liked us making the Hobo stove that we decided to take it a step up. Now we're making a miniature wood stove today. Marcy's in the shop with us.
Hello.
If you guys look at this, it's showtime, guys. Come on over and say hi.
Hi guys.
See, what did you
building a fire.
Fire. Marcy likes the building the fire. She likes anything on a fire because her saying is,
Save the propane.
save the propane, cook on the flame. Awesome.
No, let's be honest. I just like to poke the fire. Who doesn't like poking at the fire?
Rolling through reality. Thank you so much for coming. Really appreciate it. So real quick, let's just pop this up. So we've got Exploring with DP here. We have got Shrimp Shacks here. We have got Rolling Through Reality here. Thank you so much for coming.
Harlow H.
Harlow H. What's up, Clammy? Nice to see you going strong. Thank you so much. So it's awesome that you guys have come to hang out with us today. We're going to do something a little special today. We actually do have a second camera that I'm going to bring up very shortly so you can actually see exactly what I'm working on. It's awesome. It's going to be awesome. It's lots of fun. Guys, feel free to chit chat in the chat, get to know each other, put whatever you like in there, behave. Marcy's watching, so behave. Get to know each other, leave comments in there if you have questions. If I don't see them, because sometimes I don't see them while I'm doing a live like this and trying to do DIY at the same time, Marcy will watch the comments. If she sees something,
I'll give it a try.
She'll try and watch the
Mine's
comments.
delayed on yours.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
She's always confused and she goes, that's delayed. So leave a comment, question, anything like that. If you don't like what you see, let us know. If you do like what you see, please let us know. If you haven't hit that thumbs up so far, please do so. It helps both Marcy and myself out, and it helps the channel out. And I really like to know that you guys like watching what we're doing. So you know what? Let me show you what we got going on here. Right now, I'm going to start the other camera.
Because we're going to build fire.
As Marcy says, we're going to build. We're going to
build fire.
We're going to burn.
Warm your tootsies up.
Burn and build fire. I'm not sure how you want to go along with that. Burn, build, burn, fire, build, building,
We're going to
burn.
build fire, a place to warm your tootsies up, I say.
It's a place to warm your tootsies up.
Yeah, man.
So real quick, I'm going to give you a sneak peek about something. There is an egg carton sitting here. Do you see that okay?
Yep.
There's an egg carton sitting there. It's not eggs. I like eggs, but it's not eggs.
It's a cool little trick our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man told us about.
So Paul, for some of you that know and don't know, Paul has that awesome Volkswagen bus that you saw some videos on. If you didn't see that video or those videos, if you didn't see that video or know those videos, go through the playlist, guys. You will see his awesome Volkswagen bus. He's done so much work on it. We've got so many more videos to go. I've just been lazy and have not put some of those together. I could say I've been busy working and watching YouTube, probably watching YouTube, because that's...
Oh, yeah, it sucks you in.
Sucks you in. YouTube sucks me in. I get sucked. I go on there looking for one thing. Next thing you know, I'm watching something 18 million times. So real quick, this thing...
It's like a rabbit hole.
These are not eggs. This... secret in there. I'll explain this in a little bit, guys. Stick around. Okay, so
Tricks of the trade.
Tricks of the trade. So if you would have watched last time, I had to do this because this is DIY. Safety first. Do you know why? Safety on camping with clammy is our #1 priority. No?
Especially when you're building fire.
And I even tried this last time. I said I could model these. I could be a safety class model. What do you think? You think? Leave a comment if you think I could save. No? Yeah. That's why there's no comments. You don't think so? Anyways, we are working with metal, sharp objects. Put some gloves on. No, I can't be a hand model. Well, maybe I could. A hand model? Anyways, put some gloves on, guys.
Did you give up the modeling already?
I
Don't
wanted to
quit your
be.
day job.
I wanted to be a
Don't
model.
quit your day job.
Okay, I can't be a model. Marcy's like, no modeling. Is it because I'm too hot, guys? Is that why she doesn't?
Okay. That's how you build the fire. So get on with it.
Okay.
Pressure.
The pressure. I can't handle the pressure, guys. Anyways, feel free to chit chat. Leave a comment, question, whatever you want. Just behave, please.
Hike with Mike was in a hair band back in the day. He can work with metal. I went through that phase.
See, I can't even see the comments right now because I got so much going on. Oh, there's Hike with Mike. Thank you very much for coming, Hike with Mike. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. You need a couple of things. The first thing you need, go inside your neighbor's shed and steal a paint can. No, don't steal it. If you don't have a paint can kicking around,
Acquire one. You can get one for $3 at your local paint company. An empty one.
yeah, you can find paint cans everywhere. You can clean it out, make it all spiffy inside. Don't leave any of the old paint in there. Try not to because it's going to burn, it's going to smell bad, and depending on where you are, you actually may get in trouble. We'll say trouble for having paint in here and you're lighting this up, okay? So that's the first thing you need. If you're really, really good, when you take the label off, everything, it's going to look as shiny as mine.
Or you can pay $2.99 at your local hardware store and buy one all cleaned up for you.
Or like Marcy says, you can pay $2.99, at least for us here in Canada or wherever you are, buy an empty paint can that's got no paint in it. You don't have to worry about it. And that way you don't get any, you know what? You know that bad word. You know what I'm talking about. So that's what you're going to need. You're going to need a paint can. So what we're actually going to do is, if some of you saw the thumbnail, you already know what we're doing. We are building a miniature wood stove. Why? Because we built the Hobo stove in the last live last week. If you didn't see that, check that one out. That was lots of fun. I think Marcy made me light that one in the shop here. It's crazy. It was just
really.
insane.
It's just a little fire.
So this one I've done a little different. In the first one, I did a whole bunch of drilling and cutting and everything so you could see it all. And I made a lot of noise. So I try not to make as much noise.
It wasn't bad.
So a couple of things you need. One, you're going to need a paint can.
We established that.
2, you're going to need some mesh, right? So this is like a stretch mesh or whatever. People use this on cars. People use this for on their gutters. They use this for a bunch of stuff. It is really sharp. You're going to want to wear some gloves when you're messing with this stuff because it is quite sharp. Okay? You're going to need some bolts. And I'll explain why as we go along. The longer the bolts, the better. I do not have bolts that are threaded all the way down. That would be ideal. So these are the ones that I'm using for now. And we can get away with that, you'll see. You will need some nuts, washers, and lock washers. Super easy. You will need a chimney. So this is a 3-inch, 26 gauge venting. So you'll need this as a chimney. If you're going to put a chimney on, makes it look
like
better.
For your dryer?
Kind of like your dryer, yeah. It's kind of the same idea, it's just a little bit stronger. So same idea,
Do you
though.
find it in the same space when you go to look for it in the hardware?
Yeah, you go to the hardware store, you're going to find this where you'd find venting, dryer venting, stuff like that.
Cool.
And then there's some mesh in the top, just to stop some of the spark stuff like that and slow them down and stop any critters or birds accidentally flying in there or whatever when you're not using it. Okay?
Safety first.
Safety first on camping and Clammy's #1 part. No, it's not, but it just sounds good.
We try.
So we try to do this where you don't need any special tools. So all you need is some side cutters. Everybody's got a drill or knows somebody that has a drill, some drill bits, a couple wrenches, some sockets, whatever. It's nothing super, super hard. The nice thing is 6-inch pieces of wood are going to go in there.
Which we established you could get from
pallets.
Free pallets.
Absolutely, pallets. So you can use this, just grab some free pallets, whatever it is. This will last a long time. Here's my wood. You want to see my wood?
No. I'm not saying anything. Move on.
So this, easily a night. And this is just a small little crate.
And that'll keep your tootsies warm.
That'll keep you warm. So here's what we're going to do. First, you want to open up the paint can. We'll use this because there's paint in it. Use a screwdriver, pop the top off. Right? It's not even sealed. I don't know what I'm talking about. Take the top off. You want to hold on to this because you're going to use the top. I'll show you why you're going to use the top. The Hobo stove is this way. Right? So, real quick.
I showed you last week.
Here was the Hobo stove. Right? Then you can put your pot on top. Just like this.
And make yourself a cup of coffee.
Make yourself a cup of coffee. Use your frying pan, whatever. If you guys didn't see that video, please check out the last one where I've got makeup on my face and I look like a complete goofball. I'm supposed to be a hobo because it is a Hobo stove. This was the Hobo stove. We lit this up. I grabbed the fire extinguisher, everything. It was kind of funny. If you didn't see that, check that out. So this is a little different. This is a Hobo stove, what we're making.
Hi, Unpaved Explorer.
Hi, Unpaved Explorer. Thank you ever so much for coming. So I called it a potbelly stove originally, and then I started researching, and potbelly stoves apparently stand straight up and down, don't stand up on edge like this. I remember my stove as a kid in the garage being sideways like this, but I guess a potbelly stove is like this. What do you guys think? Is a potbelly stove like this, or is it actually this like this?
Sideways, isn't it?
I thought it was sideways.
Like a little granny stove?
I thought it was. I thought it was sideways like a granny stove, but apparently not. I don't know. So that's what we're going to do. Paint can. I've saved you a bunch of trouble. I drilled holes. So, excuse me. All you're going to do is you're going to drill some holes. Let me pull this up. You're going to drill 4 holes on the bottom of your paint can. Okay? Can you see that all right?
Just a minute. No,
there you go. You should be able to see that.
Oh, there you go.
So all you're doing, you're drilling the holes for that, is you're drilling the holes for the legs. The can is actually going to lay like this. It's going to lay sideways.
That's where the feet are going to be.
So that's where the feet are going to be, the legs. Legs like I got. I've got 2. This can's going to have 4. If I had 4 legs, I'd look really funny. Okay?
Move faster.
I would move faster. Then what's going to happen is the lid, we're going to make a door in the lid. Door's going to go in the front. This is going to go back on there. Bob's your uncle. Open it up, stick your wood in there. You've got a little bit of a grate there. Real quick, real easy. It can't get any easier than that. So you guys understand? You saw the picture? You're good? Okay, I'm out of here. No, I'm not going anywhere. I got to show you. So to make things a little easier, let's take off the handle.
Reason 2 why you were building this little thing is not just to keep me warm because I get cold really a lot, but I'm sitting next to a buddy heater, and who's sitting at my feet right next to the buddy heater? Finnegan.
Penny's sitting at the buddy heater. She thinks it's a fire.
Well, she's originally from Mexico.
When we go camping and she's by the fire, she's literally right by the fire. She can't get close enough. You have to watch her so she doesn't burn herself.
She is a sun worshiper.
Want to see rolling through reality? Want to see the wood? Wants to see the wood.
She want to see my wood? She said, well, they said what I was trying not to say.
So let's start with doing something here, okay? Because I'm just chit-chatting like I always do, and you guys are awesome. You're here hanging out, chatting in the chat.
But
awesome.
you want to learn how to make a stove, so let's make one.
So you're going to grab these bolts, right? 2 to 3 inches. I did have my tape measure here. I don't even know where it went, but it's about 3 inches long.
Hike with Mike, he feels me. He's not about the coldness.
No. No. So what you're going to do is you're going to take these bolts. You're going to stick them in the bottom, right where you put those legs. I almost did it again like last time. I almost forgot something last time. So the reason you would like to have this bolt to be threaded all the way down is you're going to put a brace at the bottom. So when the can gets hot from the fire, the bolts are going to want to separate. The can is going to give a little bit as it heats up. So with this,
what is that?
Just a little piece of strip metal that you can use.
Where do you get that?
You can get this from anything. This is just a piece of scrap that we had.
From what?
I don't know what it was from. No, bar of some sort.
So like a window frame?
Yeah, you can
Like
even use
aluminum,
that.
okay.
Anything aluminum, anything like that.
Okay.
All I do is drill a hole so I can put the screws right through. So what's going to happen is, ideally, the reason you wanted your screws to be threaded all the way down is so you can put a nut on here and attach it right down to the bottom of that. But because I don't have that, then we're going to put our nut on, spin it on there real quick, like, save you the boring part of that. Then you're going to put your washer on, drop it. Gloves. Me and gloves don't get along. I don't know why that is. Put that through the hole.
Would that also determine how long you could make the legs, right? If it was threaded all the way down, you could shorten the legs if you wanted.
You could shorten the legs if you wanted to. It's a little bit more secure, but this will do. So you put one in there like that. You grab one more of your bolts. You guys getting this? It looks easy, right? Well, it can't be that hard. No, it's not hard at all. Do exactly the same thing. See, last time I did this, I had so much of it done on the inside, then I had to take stuff out because I forgot to put the bolts, the feet on. Then exactly the same thing. You put a lock washer in there, put a washer in there, grab a bolt, put a bolt in there. Look at, see how easy this is going? Does it look like anything yet?
Like a paint can.
Looks like a paint can. Hey, as long as it looks like something. Then you grab your wrench. In my particular case, it's actually a 1/2 inch. So you just go in there and tighten it up. And make a lot of noise for you guys at the same time. So that's the front one. What that is a support. So when it sits there, it's going to have something to sit on. It's going to be more of a support for it to sit on, and it's going to keep it straight. So then we just do exactly the same thing for the back side. Now in the picture you'll see, because I cheated and cannot tell a lie, in the thumbnail you're going to see one that's already built. That was my awesome neighbor that brought that by so I could use the design. This design is not mine. I've seen designs like this around. This is just a little different. I've seen people build them, and we've done this just a little different. So
I just think it's cool, but honestly, the cost of this, like if you couldn't have a big bonfire and you just wanted to have a little bit of heat, you just needed a little bit of heat, you don't have to waste the wood and do a huge, big bonfire, although that's fun. Who doesn't like poking around a bonfire? This is a good option to keep warm without having it.
I think it's an awesome option if you just
yeah.
want to keep a little bit warm.
Or you don't have a fire pit. You're boondocking somewhere and there's no little fire pit. You don't want to really spend an hour looking for rocks to make one. You could just pull your little campfire stove out and away you go.
I'm glad Marcy brought that up because that brings up another point. In some places, you'll have to check with your own local restrictions. Some places, they don't classify this as an open fire. So depending on where you are, if you've got a fire ban where you're not allowed to have any open fires, this is technically a contained fire, just like the Hobo stove, so you may be allowed to use it if you're in certain places that does not allow open fires. So that's the other plus of it.
And it doesn't take up very much space.
No, it takes up very, very little space.
Yeah. So if you're thinking about and weight, it doesn't weigh much. So yeah, it's perfect for that.
If you're thinking about it, you're going out in the back country, you're going someplace and you're not sure if you're allowed to have a fire, or you're just wherever you are, you decided to go boondocking, there's no fire pit there or anything like that. You bring that little box of wood from a pallet or whatever, or maybe you find some, dry twigs and stuff that you can burn.
You're funny, Hike with Mike.
When
it gets down to the low 60s. I wish, okay? I wish. That's a decent day here in the wintertime.
So there's the legs. That allows it to stand up. Look at.
Hi, New Horizon.
Hi, New Horizon. Thank you for coming. Very much appreciated. So that is your legs. So if you would have seen in the thumbnail, the one that I stole from Paul, he attached it to like a cookie tray or a bake tray. So the legs would not separate, but it also allowed him to store stuff underneath, and anything like that was right underneath it. We may do that. I just did not have a tray at the time, but this allows it really easy to change it as you go. It doesn't really matter. So we're almost there.
You live in Florida. Cool, I love Florida. It's beautiful there.
So
not to mention the beach. Sorry.
Inside, You're not just going to put your wood inside like this because of two things. One, you put your wood inside, you light it up, it may smother itself out, it can't breathe, there's no air coming out from underneath it, anything like that. You're going to want to lift your wood up a little bit. If you would have seen when we did the hobo stove, we had some clothes hangers lifting the wood up with some mesh on top of it. We managed to find one of these. Now this is one of those old grates. I don't know why you can see it because of the black drop there. We managed to cut this off of one of those old grates that you normally would put over a fire that got all warped and damaged and you couldn't use it anymore. This is a piece cut out of it, but you can find this stuff pretty much anywhere.
You know, do you require to have that? The original, does it have that?
No, the original one does not have this. This just makes it easier. So you could use, again, you could use coat hangers or anything like that.
Yeah.
If you wanted to see how we did the coat hanger thing, check out the hobo stove one.
No, if that's a coat hanger, that's your second option.
Yes. Problem with this is these holes are really big. So as that wood that's only 6 inches long gets small, it's going to fall through, hit the bottom. It's probably not going to stay lit. This is where you use this expandable mesh and you put it on over top. Okay? I don't know why one camera is lagging. I don't know what's going on. So once you've got that done, you've got it there, you've got your expandable mesh, you put it over top. The whole idea of this is you're going to slide this inside. And if you can see that, this allows the wood to sit on there. No, don't move it. Don't move it. Don't move it. Don't even touch it.
I'm trying to turn
Nope.
the volume down.
Just leave it. You
Can you
can't.
hear the background volume?
It's fine. Leave it.
I'm just asking if anybody can
No, they couldn't. Don't. I've tried already. And for whatever reason, it'll turn itself off.
Now do that.
Yeah.
Not touch. Not touch.
So that is the mesh that you put in there. Mesh, good idea. Thank you. Hike with Mike. Yes, so that's the mesh. You put the mesh in there. That way it keeps everything up. All the ashes, stuff like that will fall at the bottom.
We also need it's like a flue, right? We also need the air to circulate in there, so it'll give you a good roaring little fire, put out more heat.
Now you can attach this in there if you really wanted to. I don't think it's a good idea to attach it in because when you want to clean it out, you can just take this out, dump out your ash, whatever it may be, and get rid of it whatever way you have to get rid of it. So that's just perfect. You put that in there. It sits in there. Right? And if you actually put it in the way I did where I drilled my little feet, it's actually sitting on the bolt. So it's not even touching the side completely. So it's going to make it nice and secure in there. It doesn't move around. As you see, if I shake this around, even though it's just sitting in there, it's not moving around. You can't hear it.
No, Mike, there's not a hole at the bottom of the can.
No.
No hole at the bottom of the can.
And that was it. So in the hobo stove, we actually did put a hole in the very bottom of the can because if water or anything like that got in there, the water would go through. I would probably put a small hole or a couple of tiny holes in the bottom of the can, not too big because you don't want all the ash to fall out. But if water does get in or anything like that, you can get it out. It also would give you a little bit more breathing.
So probably kind of like if you used like maybe this size? No, smaller than that even. Maybe one of the small.
No, you could even get away with that size.
You think?
Yeah. Yeah. You can
or
put
maybe
it,
this guy.
you can put an eighth of a hole. Just grab a drill bit, put an eighth of a hole, a couple of them. Yeah. Yeah.
Probably. Just a little bit of air.
And to
I
let
don't know if you need to though.
not really for the air, more if there's water in there, you may want to do that to get the water out or help water get out. If that's going to be a concern, but because it's not completely open like the hobo stove is completely open on top, it's got a higher chance of water getting in there if you leave it outside. So that's the mesh. So now it comes to the door. So this is why we keep the lid because we're actually going to make the door out of this lid. So a couple of things you want to do. Really easy. Cut a square. Go on, camera. There we go. Cut a square in the lid. Drill a couple of holes. So you don't even need anything expensive to do this. Just grab some tin snips, drill holes in the 4 corners first, cut it, wear gloves. It does get quite sharp when you're cutting stuff, okay? I don't want to hear any of you lost a finger because you watched Camping with Clammy's video.
Safety first, people. Safety first.
Safety first is Camping with Clammy's
Hi, J. Charles Outdoors.
#1 priority. Every time I hear safety, I have to say that. I don't know why.
That's your #1 priority.
It's your #1 priority, safety first. So you're going to cut a hole into the lid. This is going to be your door. So you can still take the lid off, the paint can lid, to clean it out, anything like that. But this is actually going to be your door, so you will still be able to control air going in and out. Then all you need, this is just a small piece, if you can see that, a small piece of piano hinge that I cut, that I stole from Paul's hardware store down the street. It's just, for some of you that are new, reason we call it Paul's hardware store is every time I need something, I go, Paul, do you have, and I'm like, what am I thinking? Of course you have it.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, Paul's hardware store next door. So it's just a piece of piano hinge. If you don't have piano hinge, you can go to a dollar store or anything like that and grab 2 tiny little hinges. That's really all you need to put on the little door. You're gonna need another bolt that we're gonna use strictly as a handle. So you can throw that on there. Charles, are you laughing at me?
Yeah.
Are you laughing at me because of Paul's hardware store? Or are you laughing at me because I'm silly? Either or, it's all good.
All the above.
All the above. And then
Silly was last night.
Silly was really last night.
The Halloween online live, which by the way I thought was a really cool idea. Murad put on a Halloween costume
costume contest. Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
So I have seen some of these little miniature stoves where they build a door after they cut out the hole in here. They build a door out of another can, another lid, a piece of a soup can, this or that. I was lucky enough where Paul's hardware store has some pretty heavy duty metal. Nice thing about this is it's going to help keep it closed. So in here, all I've done is I've drilled a couple holes right here, very tiny, for the hinge, and then one hole in the middle, which is strictly for the handle, which we can go ahead and throw the handle on right now. So we've got a bolt, a nut, a big washer, because the bigger the better. It makes it look pretty and nice and neat and tidy. On the back side, we have got a lock washer and a nut. And this is going to be the handle for opening and closing the door. Wrong one. There we go. So we're just going to tighten that up. You got to remember one thing, guys. This little handle is still going to get hot. Okay, so when you are opening and closing the door, it's still going to get really hot. So there it is. That's just your handle. Allows you to open and close the door. Now we have our hinge. Super easy. We're just going to put our, I'm going to have to take these gloves off.
Careful.
Safety first on Camp with Clammy. I cannot feel these little things. So these are the tiny little screws that we are going to use. Tiny, tiny ones.
Just a little screw, not a lot.
No screwing around, guys. Okay. So this is going through the door into our little hinge. And then we're going to put a lock washer on the back. We're going to put our little nut on the back. Then we're going to do the same thing for the other hole. Why? I like making holes. Charles says yes.
He's laughing at you.
He's laughing at everything I do. Yeah. So this one, screw in there. Then we're going to put our little lock washer on, just like this.
Like little teeth on the
Lock washer?
Yeah.
Lock washer looks like a split washer. It looks like a washer that has a split in it, so it's a bit like a spring. So when you put the nut on, it helps keep it tight.
Gotcha.
Then we're just going to tighten this up. See, being a little bit more prepared and not cutting all these holes and cutting all the metal and everything like we did on the last one. Makes it a little easier for you guys, I hope. Because then you're not just watching me cut a bunch of stuff. But I still hope you're getting the idea of what's going on.
And then you too can make a little heater for yourself.
Yeah, you too can make a little heater for yourself. So that's the door with the little hinge on. Let me see if I can get that without the glare.
What was the cost for this, would you say?
The cost to build this? The most expensive part is the chimney.
Okay.
So depending on where you go, you could probably get the chimney cheaper. If you don't include the chimney, this whole thing probably you can do for under 10 bucks. The chimney is the most expensive. Oh, you got to pick her up. Little Meadows. Hi, little Fin. Did you come to hang out?
It's fire. She wants to be warm. She's literally two, maybe 6 inches from the buddy heater, sitting there enjoying the
She's
heat.
like, I want to be at the fire, Dad. I want to be at the fire.
Well, she's originally from Mexico, so they're used to the heat.
So then all we do to attach the door is these tiny little screws that I keep having problems with. Is going to go in the door.
Show it up to the camera.
So just right here in the little hinge, end of the holes that we've made there, push it through, put your little lock washer on the back.
See you later, rolling through reality. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you. Throw that on there. Grab your other little screw.
Sorry, my daughter.
Telephone. Can you tell them they have to go? I'm in live.
Hello?
Joking. That's the kidlets. That's the kidlets calling. Marcy's abandoning me. Kids come first. Come on, get in the hole. I know you can go in there. There you go. Then you put the little washer on again. Cool idea, liking it. I am glad you're liking it. Then just throw a little nut on there. Oh, I wish I could sing. Because then I could sing away while you're watching. Because if I sung now, you'd all leave me. It'd be a sad, sad day. But you just throw this on. Just to tighten away. Oh, I'm tightening a screw. Bolt, nut, washer. There we go. Ta-da! Let me show you that. So that is the front of the can. Open it up, boom, there's your door. And that is what's going to help you keep it closed. So once you get the door on, you may need to make a couple adjustments on the inside of the door to make sure it closes good. My nut just happens to touch, so I might take some tin snips and cut that out just a little bit more. But as you see, now you can open and close it. Awesome. So this is actually going to go on the very front, like so. Oh, it's like I've done this before. Or I've had help to set this up. So the whole idea is somebody showed me how to do this. I had to show you how to do it if you've never done it. So if we took the door, put the door on there just like that, and if I had a hammer and I was trying to be so organized and put things away, you could hammer it on. Shh. And then your door's on there. Just like so. So you can open your door. It's crooked because I put it on in a hurry for you guys. And then you can put your wood in there. It sits on the mesh with the legs. Awesome. So now we get to our awesome ducting. Why the ducting? Because we're going to use the ducting as a chimney. So you put it in here, cut your hole for the ducting, put it in there nice and tight, squish it down, seal it up. If you wish, you could seal it up. Boom. You could use, if you wanted to, you could use some ducting tape, the really heavy duty stuff. You could use some muffler cement that would seal that up for you. Once you've got it on there, you could actually go and cut the inside a little bit and fold it up so it'll make a better seal. This chimney I borrowed, so I can't alter it. But that's all you do is cut your hole. When you actually cut the hole for the chimney, you're going to want to put the chimney just on there enough, and then trace it around and cut it little small, and then slowly go bigger and bigger and bigger if you have to, because you don't want it to go, hi, I'm just nursery, thank you for coming in. Marcia usually reads the comments. She had to run away and answer the phone. She will be coming back. So that is your miniature stove, guys. Look at that. That's awesome. Open up your door. Put your little bit of wood in there, 6 inches. Right? Fits right in there. Close your door. If you need a little bit of air, you just leave your door open a little bit. What do you think? You like it? I think that's pretty awesome. Look at that. It's pretty awesome. I'm sure if you didn't want to spend the money on chimney, you could probably use something else. You could use a soup can, put another soup can on there, alter some soup cans to go up there. Soup cans, you know, everybody has soup or whatever. You take a soup can out. You can put that on there, and that's going to help.
Are we nursey? Hey, Clammy, long time no see.
I was lucky enough. I did catch that when she came in.
Oh, good. Sorry. Sorry, my daughter called. I had to take it.
So the nice thing about the door being a little bit heavier metal, if you've got a metal place around, recycling place, anything like that that you go around or maybe sticking around, try and go. I've figured this out. You want to go with your door just being a little bit heavier of metal, because some of the ones I have seen, some of the videos I've seen, they have used soup cans and stuff like that as a door. They seem to bend when they open and closing it from the heat of the fire. So you got to remember, this is going to get quite hot, obviously, and it's kind of thin tin, right? So as it heats up, it's going to move. That's why you put the bracing in for the legs, so the legs don't separate like crazy. But if your door's too thin, the same thing's going to happen when you open and close the door. That's how it's going to go, right? So that is awesome. And it didn't take very long to build after I prepped a little bit for the video. So you ready for the secret surprise?
So without the prepping, what do you think? Like I said, the last one was like 20 minutes, a half an hour. So this probably takes you like an hour to make. What do you think?
Probably an hour.
Yeah, probably an hour.
The last one, the Hobo stove, I said it'd be about 20 minutes, half an hour. In reality, thought about it after. It does take a little bit longer than that when you're taking the prepping, and you have to drill way more holes with the Hobo stove, right? So there's a few more holes that you need to drill with the Hobo stove. There's a few more things that you do
just
need.
For the air, like to be able to get in, right?
Yeah, because
to have that airflow.
There is no door with the Hobo stove. So you have a little bit more cutting and a little bit more to do in the Hobo stove than you do, you know, in this.
So more like 45 minutes to do that one, maybe an hour, hour and a half tops to do it. But then you got it for life and you can use it whenever you want.
Yeah. So people say two things. One, the Hobo stove is made so you can do some cooking. You can put a frying pan on it. Marcy stole her frying pan because she made enchiladas today. So she taquitos.
And enchiladas.
And enchiladas. So the whole idea about this one is it's more or less made for cooking, a little bit of heat that you're going to get off of it. It works great because it's a small contained fire. You still use a 6-inch wood. It doesn't take up a lot of room. You can hide this, pack this anywhere. As you can see, if you didn't see our video, we did burn it right at the video. We did light it up. There's wood in there still.
It works like a hot dam. No pun intended.
So this allows you to put a coffee pot, a frying pan, or anything. So people are saying, well, with the little stove, clammy. If you've already got a Hobo stove, why would you make the miniature wood stove?
Because it's so cute. Look at it. It's the cutest little thing. I mean, don't you think?
It's very cute.
And you know, why not have two instead of just one if you have the option?
Two's better than one? So you want two of me instead of one of me?
This is for my coffee, and this is to keep me warm. That's my thought process.
So people have said you can't really cook on this. Liars.
I think you could put like a little grate that sits over top of here.
You could.
And you could, but it's not enough room really, the span there. This is more ideal for that, realistically, I would think.
This is more or less.
If I wanted to heat coffee, I wouldn't do this one first if we had both. I would definitely do this one. But if I was chilly and wasn't going to heat anything up, I would turn that on and flame on.
If you think about it, some people actually have these little miniature wood stoves in small trailers, little scamps, this or that. Yes, they are made out of cast iron, but they're about the same size. They're about the same size. So you don't have the lead on, doors open. So if it's a little one, you can do anything you want. You want to put it in a small spot. I think the ideal thing is if you can get away with it, we're not allowed to have an open flame. This is perfect.
Hiddles, I can't pronounce the name. I'm going to massacre it. Stress cog. The Philippine stove is far superior. Oh,
The Philippine stove. I'll have to look that one up. Maybe that's another one we'll have to try.
Now I'm going to YouTube that.
So you guys can put the handle back on, of course, because it's going to make it easier for you to carry. What do you think? What do you think? Was it?
I don't know. You got to light it up. I don't know what I think till you light it up.
I'm not lighting this one up.
I think you got to light it up.
I'm not lighting this one up.
Who wants it to be lit up? I mean, come on. We have to see if it works, don't you think? Who's with me?
Okay,
Yeah.
let me get to the secret surprise.
Oh, there's a surprise.
This is the surprise. This is the egg surprise. What is actually in here?
This is a you learn something new every day surprise.
So can you grab me some scissors from over there, please? So this is a couple of things. You can use this on a campfire. You can use this in your hobo stove. You can use this in your miniature stove. If you open this up, what have we got? Dryer lint and some
but I got a question
wax.
about that really quick. I'm not sure that I would want to use it in one of my little mini stoves simply because the wax is going to melt and it's going to end up at the bottom of your stove.
You're right.
So
Okay.
I personally wouldn't. It'd be great for like a bonfire. You throw it in there, chuck some wood in there, and start a fire. So I've been told, but we need to test that out.
But you don't need to use.
But I wouldn't do it in
You
the
don't-
little stoves just because of the wax aftermath.
You technically wouldn't even need the wax, probably. Because the paper and the dryer
I
lint
don't know
with a
much
little
about
bit of
this
stove
yet. It's a
would probably
work in
do it.
progress.
So all you do, guys, real quick, I'm just going to cut one of these off because I am going to try this. Cut one off, just like so. There you go. That's what you're going to put in your fire.
Fire starter.
That's your fire starter. You don't have twigs, you don't have this, you don't have to use icky chemicals or anything like that. Start your fire. This is what you're going to use. It's going to be awesome. Super easy. You just throw that in there. That is awesome. I don't have this whole lid sealed on to light it
Why do you need the lid on it?
because the lid is the front door.
Yeah, but why do you need to close the front door?
Because that's part of it. I don't want to light
They
it.
use coconut copra. It's a stay dry material. Yeah, it's not readily available here though, so that's.
Do you use what?
I think it's like the husk of a coconut. Is that right?
That would probably work really good.
Well, yeah. It's like brush,
That'd probably work
really
really
dry. It would work awesome if it was readily available, but where we live, it's not really readily available.
No.
You can't even buy coconuts here around here. Like, let's be real.
You want a coconut?
I like coconut. RV TV kids, hey, how's it going?
I didn't even see them come in yet. Oh, they are. Good evening, RV Kids TV. Thank you for
We're
coming
building
in.
fire.
So you were here last week when we made the hobo stove. That is our miniature wood stove. Awesome.
And inexpensive.
Very
What did
inexpensive.
we say it was?
You can build it for under $10 minus the chimney.
The chimney will cost you what extra, you think?
I don't know, probably $20,
For just that little piece?
$15, $20. I'm not 100%
Nice.
sure. But you could
But
build,
still, that's pretty reasonable if you want a little fire and you can't do a whole fire pit thing.
but I think you'd be able
It
to
is
build
cute
a
as heck.
chimney out of soup cans. You could put just a
I
little
think you
soup
could
can
put
top
like
up
one
there.
little stack at the top for sure.
Yeah. This is ideal because water, if it
Hey,
does
that's a
rain,
good idea, but how would you attach it?
same way.
The same way?
Crush the hole and
Shove it down in there?
shove it down in there and
Hey,
then
there
open
you
up at the
go.
bottom.
Then how cheap is that then? You don't even need that part, and this part costs you under $10.
Yeah, probably build it for under
And you got a
$10.
little.
I do like this chimney. I'm not gonna lie. I like the way the chimney is set
Well,
up.
it looks
But
nice aesthetically.
you could easily use a soup
But
can.
realistically, the soup can would do the same job, just aesthetically pleasing.
So what I'm wondering, my brain's going here. If I was to,
Light it up.
no,
Damn
let's
it.
take the chimney out for a minute. What if you were to take the hobo stove with no legs on it, following me? add your little wood stove on the bottom and a hobo stove attached
Yeah,
built on,
Too much.
it would burn longer.
Too much.
How do you know?
Overkill.
Did you build it?
I watched you and paid a lot of attention. And I think I could definitely build it. I think I could definitely build that. I don't think it takes any special human being. You just need instructions and the tools to use. I think I could definitely do that. But I think individually they're used for two different things. Well, I don't know. The hobo stove will definitely give off heat as well. But that's just cute as hell.
I'm trying to read the comment that's in there. RV Kids TV says, that's cool. Thank you.
That stove looks like a Philippine stove, except on the top barrel before stack has another hole. The stack is solid with whole same concept, yet we use clay instead of metal. Cool.
There you go.
Cool. I'm totally going to YouTube that after. That's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Another way to try it.
Yeah.
So the whole idea was just to be able to have little projects that you could do at home in a trailer, whatever it may be. Keep warm, have some cooking, save some wood, have
Save
some fun.
Propane.
Save the propane, cook on a
The
flame.
wood is from pallets, so it's free.
Pallet wood. Gotta love pallet wood. And fire starter made out of a egg crate
With wax.
with wax.
Yeah. For our call, he just went to like a secondhand store and got some used candles and melted those down with dryer lint and put it in there, and then you could just use it as a fire starter, which I think is a great idea.
I think it's an awesome idea.
Yeah.
I think it'll work really, really good too.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna try it. We'll let you know. But I don't see why not.
You want to know if those light properly?
Well, no, I know they'll light, but if they'll actually start a fire. So what I often start the fire when we go camping because he'll be doing his thing and I'll get the fire started, which I'm pretty good at.
You are actually. You got really good at starting a fire.
He left the campsite one time because we were looking at a couple of different campsites, and he left me there with nothing, just sitting on the bench with Finn. And we were sitting there, and it was cold. So I just gathered up a bunch of little scraps all around the campsite, some leaves, some fluff, I guess. What do you call that? Bush, like really, really dry bush, and started a fire. Weren't you impressed?
I was extremely impressed.
But it would be a lot easier with one of those little stoves, I think.
I think they're ideal if you can't have a fire somewhere,
I think they're so cool.
or if it's just, you know what, you just want a little bit of heat, keep your hands warm, keep your feet warm. You can put them up there without having a big fire, waste a bunch of wood. Because as some of you know, when you've got a great big fire pit.
Oh, wait, look at this. I'm so sorry. I'm going to wreck the name of this. Heil Stress Cog. How do you say that? I'm so sorry. I'm just massacring your name. But Sweden uses pine cones soaked in candle wax. It's commonplace. Her husband's Swedish.
Pine cones.
Pine cones, and we have lots of pine cones here. That's a good. I'm going to have to try that. Thank you.
Pine cones
Pine cones soaked in wax, so the same would apply. Good idea. We'll try it.
That would probably last a while too. Anybody else have any awesome ideas besides?
No, but we're gonna try those.
The pine cones.
We'll try them and maybe video it and show you guys and see which one maybe takes off or starts better.
Maybe
try that
that's-
against the pine cone.
Maybe that's what we'll do is we'll make
We'll try that against the pine cone and see which one's
couple.
better. Yeah,
We'll
and
research.
Doritos. That's the third one, right? So we all know Doritos are supposed to be a fire starter. So pine cones, egg carton, and lint, and Doritos. We'll maybe do a which one won it.
do a
What do you think?
comparison to find
Why
out.
not?
But I'm sure there's more. We can find out what there is.
We're gonna do it. What do you guys think? Good video, bad video? I don't care. We're gonna do it. I think it'd be fun.
Think it'd be fun?
We're gonna do it. There's a good one. Thanks so much for the idea, and I wish I didn't massacre your name because it's a difficult one.
I know it's hard, and I don't read as good as you, and you still couldn't get the name, so I don't feel so bad
I
now.
don't know if it's a Swedish name and it has like a
You don't know if it was a Swedish name?
Yeah. Nicole Ruse.
So what do you guys?
Pine cone is superior starter. Well, we're gonna test it out and let you guys know. That's your bet. If we were taking bets, that would be your bet. The pine cone.
So what do you guys think? Awesome.
We need fire,
I'm not lighting it.
man.
I'm not lighting it.
Why?
I'm not lighting it in the garage.
We could. light it outside. I'll
People
take the
can't
phone
see
with
it.
me. I'll take the laptop and carry it. You guys want to see it? How do you get one? You could build it yourself, Aloha. You could do it. I could do it. You can do it.
Please light it.
I know, right? I know. Okay. He's not lying when he says safety first, because you're definitely a safety first kind of guy. I'm an accident waiting to happen, so I'm all about it. Let's light this sucker up. Let's do it. Yeah.
She's crazy.
I'm not crazy.
She's okay. Here's what we're gonna do. I am going to.
Oh, look at! I see some fire.
Thumbs up, light it, light it, light it. Okay.
Light it. Let there be fire.
Hold on a sec, guys. We're going to try something different because I am not going to light this inside this time. So we will get some of our wood together.
I'll move the camera. You guys
No,
tell
just
me
a
so I
sec,
can do
just
it.
a second.
Oh, you got you all flustered.
Just a second. We will do this. We'll light it. You want to see it work? We lit the last one.
The wax thing.
That's fine.
I wanna rub it.
Here, let me add this right there so you can see what I'm doing right now. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. I am going to throw some fire starter in there just a little bit. Marcy's going to run inside and grab
Need lighter?
a cup of stove, a cup of water. No, not yet. We're not lighting it in here. I'll show you what we're going to do.
Okay, well, we don't have to do it in here, but you can. Let's just light it.
I'll show you. You know, just light it.
Let's just light fire. Light it, she says. Light it. Okay, I'll get water just in case. We are, safe people.
We're very safe people.
And I know fire's kind of scary, but I'm okay with fire. Like, I can put it out. I put a fire out before. I got this. We're good, guys. Let's light it.
You got that? Big fire extinguisher just in case. So we're going to light it up. You want to see it go? We'll light it up. All you need, piece of wood 6 inches long. Throw a couple in there. Can you see that? A little bit of wood. Alrighty, so when Miss Marcy gets back, we're going to go for a straw, and hopefully I don't disconnect from you guys. So we will try that outside where it's safe, because last time I did it in here.
I mean, it's all fine and dandy when you make something, but you got to prove that it works. So this is the proof in the pudding's right here.
Okay,
So,
hold on,
plan,
hold
man?
on, hold on. Hold on. Just give me a minute.
patience is a virtue.
Patience is a virtue. Okay. Alrighty. Give me 1 sec. So you may not hear me so good. I'm switching cameras. We're gonna take this puppy out.
Oh, look. Night's falling, you're cold, no tent, and hyperthermic because you need setting in, you need to survive. Hurry, light the fire.
Okay, guys and gals. Hi. Fancy meeting you here. Okay. Marcia says she wants this lit. We're gonna light her. So I'm gonna have to change the
What do
sound.
you need me to do?
1 sec. Okay, guys, you gotta give me 1 sec. Gotta make some changes, make this happen. She wants to light it. She wants to see it lit. Oh,
I'm not the only one. Other people said yeah.
oh, she wants to see it lit.
We do.
Let's make sure. Can you still hear me? Okay, turn your volume on for a sec. Make sure you can hear me, please. Can you hear me? Now that I've changed cameras, I just want to make sure that you can still hear me.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So, switching cameras. Hi. Switching cameras, going outside to light this up. Boom.
Okay, I'm Am I on? Do I make carry that?
You're on. So you can carry, you know what you can do? You can open up the side door.
Oh, you better watch the heat.
Open up. We're going for a stroll. We're going for a stroll. Come on out with me. Let's go see. Why is it dark already? What the heck is going on?
Welcome to winter. Dun, dun, dun.
So last time we did this, guys,
Are you going to do it on there?
we did this. We did it in the garage. It was kind of smoky in there. Well, actually, it wasn't that bad inside. This time we're going to do it out here.
Do you want me to?
Not where she can reach me.
Well, I can move her. It's okay.
Oh, all good. Right here.
Let me see.
Just make sure that you guys can still see me.
Is everybody still hanging in there? All right.
Hi.
We are outside. We need to kind of, there you go. There, that's better.
So I need your letter.
Oh, well.
Okay, guys. Let's light this puppy up. Oh, yeah. Get it all nice and toasty warm. Huh? What do you think? I know the audio is not as good, but hey. That's what happens when you use your second camera. It's kind of cold out here. I almost need the heat.
I'm telling you, I
Can you
do.
see me okay in there?
I'm all out of it. Yeah.
Can you see me? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Can see you. Just a second.
Let's give this a
I'm gonna
whirl.
get the water just in case.
Or she's like, let's get the water just in case. Oh, yeah. Get a little bit of it going. Close the door a little bit. Oh, I could see it. Oh, yeah. Little bit. Little bit. I'll show you here in a sec as soon as it gets going. Grass is wet. Oh, there it goes. We got smoke coming out. It's smoking. It's going. I can see fire.
Yep, the chimney's going. I can see it.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. Smoke's coming out the chimney. Again, you could seal this part up right here where the chimney attaches to the paint can. This way you won't get any smoke or anything like that through there. Once it heats up, you're probably not going to get any anyways. But it's going. It is going. It's working. And I'm actually starting to feel the heat coming off of it right now. Awesome. Awesome. That is cool. You can use the door a little bit to draft it to get it going. I'm just going to let the wood catch a little bit more and I'll show you what it looks like inside. I can hear it. Can you guys hear it?
It's kind of like a flue, right?
Let me give you that.
I'll give you this just in case.
Let me-
but I
not
think
yet.
we're good. to be
Let's
honest.
see. Let me see. There we go.
So let's open that up. Let's get her going.
Let's
I
take
see
a-
the flame on. The roof is on fire. And there was fire. Yay. Success. And it's really cute. Do I get any heat from there? Oh, yeah. I'm feeling it. Oh, and it smells like campfire. Gotta love that.
You guys hear it? It's crackling away in there. Oh, what's going on with the camera? You hear it crackling away in there? Look at that. I only put a little bit of wood in there because I don't want it to keep going. But you can see, don't know how well it's shown on camera, but there's smoke coming through there. That is awesome. Completely awesome, guys and gals. What do you think? Pretty awesome, right? That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. For next,
Is your lesson
to
for
nothing.
the week. That's your DIY for the week.
That was so much fun. So easy.
You can do this too for under $10.
Guys,
How do you go wrong?
if I can do it, you can do it. Anybody can do it. Going back to my disaster area over here. Perfect. That was so much fun, guys.
Oh, you guys got to check that out. That decal we got. It's pretty cool.
She's just moving the camera everywhere.
Yeah. My usual job.
That was so much fun, guys. Over here, over here.
Gotcha. Thanks for coming out, guys. You learn something new every day on YouTube or from your neighbor, Paul.
Or from your neighbor, Paul. Guys, that was so much fun. Thank you so much. I probably missed a lot of the comments because I couldn't see the comments while I was out there lighting the fire.
No, you're good. You're good.
That was so much fun, guys. If you liked videos like this, or if I entertained you, or Marcy entertained you, if you even had this much fun, do us a favor, smash that thumbs up.
Don't forget to subscribe.
As Marcy said, please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And if you are, thank you so much. We appreciate each and every single one of you. You're part of the Camp of the Clammi family, and that's amazing. Again, guys, thank you, and we hope to see you in the next one. Have an awesome day. Notification up. Bye, guys.